All that following the 3 wars where Amaxhosa defeated the British Army, this area witnessed the European cattle lung sickness, which in short weakened Amaxhosa. After that, then we saw the outbreak of the last war of the 100 Years' Wars, which was the War of Naichibi in 1877 to 1879. That war then was used as an instrument in order to eradicate the root of the relentless resistance of Amaxhosa. You may recall that the colonial establishment, following their defeat here in 3 consecutive wars, there was always a determination that Amaxhosa should be uprooted from these mountains, because it was here where they defeated the British. So after the War of Naichibi, then Usandile was killed in the mountains of KwaZidenge near Stadarem. His family here was removed. His real headquarters here were destroyed. You can see there where the houses used to be, where his kraal used to be. So we are standing here on the ruins of the royal kraal of the last king of the last war of the 100 Years' Wars. So after they were removed here, they were placed and they became refugees in a place called Kutsendane across the Khai River. They were welcomed there by their own brothers, Amagcaleka. Because of that, the son of King Sandile, King Gonya, was imprisoned in Robben Island. Later on, he was released on parole and placed Kutsendane. He stayed Kutsendane until he died, in order to ensure that the royal kingdom of Amakgakgabe should never stand up again. That was the plan. Because it was this kingdom which was at the forefront of these 100 Years' Wars. Probably that's why later on we saw in the aftermath of the Nhlapo Commission, which disbanded the kingdom of Amakgakgabe. It took about 11 years for Advocate Tabata to wage a legal war in order to restore the kingdom of Amakgakgabe.